Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I'm so glad to be on this Sunday. I just got done off of a live of my main profile. So y'all can check that out. Supporting some FARMASi since I'm with our company, which is awesome. It's been a great journey so far. It turned out pretty good. I love it. I'm trying out this new lip gloss, so I'm getting used to it. But anyways, you're having a blessed Sunday. Oh my goodness. So of course, Sundays are for devotionals and for me getting on here and reading my devotional, today's devotional. So it's coming out of Job 42:10. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and reading it. Y'all can watch the replay, so if y'all are replayers, then let me know. Do replay and make sure to show some love and sprinkle this video, throw up some hearts, comment, share, and all that. Anyways, I don't try to say share too much because Facebook does not like it. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and just get started. So, I'm coming out of Job 42:10. And it talks about, after Job prayed for his friends, the Lord restored Job's prosperity and gave him twice as much as he had before. And that is awesome, really awesome. I'm currently reading in the book of Job. It's a good long book, but it's amazing. It's good. So much life lessons, so much of like us, with our friends, with going through stuff and struggling. But we've always got to remain faithful and steadfast in praying and being faithful to Him and loving Him and who God is. So anyways, in the passage it says, to explain it more, are you suffering? Your suffering will end when God is done using it. Wow. Suffering isn't meant to destroy you, not at all, like you might think, but it's meant to make you into something more than you are right now. Unless your suffering is self-inflicted, it will set you free if you will look in thanks on the one who allows it, and that is God. So all suffering should lead you to worship and thankfulness, not to resentment and distrust. When we tend to go to God way more, most likely, I don't know, this is me, used to be, and sometimes it's still, we tend to go to God way more whenever we're going through something, whenever we need something, or whenever we're just going through trials and stuff, and we're facing hard situations. We're like, oh God, please give me patience, strength, help me out of this. I don't know what I'm going through, Lord. But we always just need to trust in Him and stay faithful. Because whenever we're going through something, y'all, we will go through it because it'll make us stronger. It'll help us trust in Him more, build our faith, increase it. Because we need to always pray, increase you, oh God. And less of us, more of you, what I'm trying to say. And may His love abound more and more in our lives. And let us use this suffering as a good example to help others and to pray for others, not to focus on just our mess ups, not just to let us focus on us, focus on God and praying for others and serving others while you're still going through something, if I'm explaining that right. But it's fixing to explain it more. When the suffering of a child of God trusts God instead of blaming Him, her prayers are focused on getting rid of the problem, but on serving the answer. The most effective prayers are the prayers begging for relief, but the ones that look outside of yourself instead of inside. So the life of Job gives us a good example of powerful prayer. Job suffered a lot, but it wasn't until he prayed for his friends, prayed for others, prayed for his friends, that his life was healed. After Job prayed for his friends, the Lord restored Job's prosperity and gave him twice as much as he had before. Job 42:10. So the best and most powerful prayer is always the prayer for someone else, not you. Of course, you could pray for yourself, but just pray for someone else. When you take your eyes off of your own suffering, instead put them on serving others, like I said, you will find yourself free from grief and moving on to more important things that make a difference eternally. So, always to not to always look on yourself like, oh, I'm going to do this and this. But yeah, always remember that other people going through something just like you. but in a different circumstance and time and season and stuff. We're all in different seasons and stuff, and we just need to keep pushing, keep putting God first and praying for others and lifting them up in our prayers, and always thanking God for where we're at. Find Him in everything. Be positive. Don't always be negative whenever you're in bad situations or going through something, but always find Him in everything, and find Him, because we need to stay positive. We need to keep thanking Him and stuff. And, sometimes whenever we talk about God and stuff, I don't know, this is off the subject kind of, but I just really wanted to say it because it popped in my mind automatically. I saw a post on Facebook the other day saying that people think whenever we talk about God, whenever we get on Facebook or social media, and we're like, oh, God this, God that, God this, God that, He could do this, He could do that, because He can. And we're not trying to come off as pushing Him and the word down your throats and stuff, because we're not. We just love Him, and we know that He's helped us so much. And because when the day we let Him get a hold of us, like me as an example, He turned my life around. He brought me out of bad relationships. He brought me off of a bad lifestyle, and it sent me where I am now, and I'm thriving like never before for Him, because He is a good God. And that's why I talk about Him. I don't talk about Him to come off in a bad way, me shoving the word down your throat. No, I'm talking about Him because that's what we're supposed to do. Because I love Him, because He is awesome, and that's what it says in His word. He said it's on here, to spread His love, His word, be more like Him, and everything. So yes, if you knew, I'm pretty sure some of you do, but if you don't, in a type of way or shape or form, am I trying to shove this down your throat at all? I'm just saying, like that post says, if y'all know how good He is and how He changed our lives, turned it all around, because He could do the same for you. So if you're going through something, always just look towards Him. Never give up. Keep pressing forward and keep loving Him and clinging to Him and His awesomeness, His love, because He is love and God is love. So that's the definition of love. And also, His good grace and His mercy, because He has mercy on us. And whenever, like it said, when you take your eyes off of your own suffering and instead put them on serving others. So whenever you're going through bad situations, don't tend to always look on your bad thoughts. Look on your bad situations is what I meant. To not focus on yourself, but focus on others. So you tend to be more positive, help others, because you're like, hey, I'm going through the same thing. Why not help each other? Why not pray together? And why not pray for them and stuff? Because God appreciates that. God will bless you abundantly, and like He did Job. After Job prayed for his friends, the Lord restored Job's prosperity and gave him twice as much as he had before. Job 42:10. And that's awesome, y'all. So don't be selfish. Don't always look on your situations, I'm not saying you do, but I know I tend to sometimes, because I've been going through something here lately, and I'm like, oh gosh, like, what am I going through? Like, help me out of this, I didn't say them exact words, but I'm just doing, making myself as an example, because it's me talking. And I'm not just trying to talk to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too. Like, whenever I'm trying to teach y'all and, spread the word. No, I'm talking to myself too, not just y'all. But anyways, again, comes out of Job 42:10. I've been reading Job, and it's an awesome book of the Bible, like every other book of the Bible. But, it always has a space down below. And I said, when in grief, keep your eyes on Him and don't focus on your pain, but pray for others and be faithful. The prayers for others mean the best, It means good to Him. Hey, Hannah, He's using your pain for a reason. So, always know whenever you're in pain, just keep your focus on Him and everything. I know I say that a lot, y'all. Like, y'all might get tired of me y'all might get tired of hearing that, but, it's just the truth, Whenever you're going through something, know that you have someone, and, because that's the best thing, like, I don't know. I know there's all kinds of other words you can put it together or whatever. But just like Job, look at Job as an example. You know, well, the part of this devotional and stuff, I've been in Job. So last Sunday I was talking about Job, and this Sunday I'm talking about Job again. But it's because he's a good example, because he went through a lot. Everything got taken away from him, but he still was faithful. He still praised God. And whenever we're going through something, don't always tend to focus on yourself. Like I said, I'm not trying to repeat myself, but I mean, it's just, important to know that whenever you're going through something, pray for others, still serve, still be faithful, and still press on, because whenever you get out of the situation you're in now, God will restore you like he did Job and give you 10 times more, twice as much as you've had before, and it will be awesome, and you'll be glad, like, hey, I waited, I hung on to God, so I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I was patient and stuff, because what is at the end of that dark tunnel is something amazing. So always just push through, and always know that God is here. He will never leave nor forsake you, and he will love you no matter what you do, because he's a faithful God. He's an on-time God. He's never too early or never too late. So always remember that, and I also love y'all, but remember, he loves you 10 times more. So again, Job 42:10. If y'all want to go read it yourselves and dig more into it than what I said, I hope y'all understood me well, though. But that is all for today's Sunday devotional. I hope y'all were blessed. Hope y'all understood it. Hope y'all got something out of it. But I love y'all. God loves y'all 10 times more. And I'm so thankful for God and for this day and for everything he's done. So yeah, anyways. But I love y'all. And I hope you're having a blessed day, a blessed Sunday. And I'll see y'all next Sunday. So yeah. Bye, guys.